Hey there, viewers, a Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again, and well, I am back again. Yeah, it's been what, nearly a month with nothing. Just because, Christmas, the holidays, all that stuff. But well, I do have a couple more figures to look at just before the New Year's starts, so let's crack on with that. So today's review is going to be on Henkei Cyclonus. So yeah, I pretty much thought to myself, you know what? While I'm waiting for all the new stuff from like Age of the Primes and Studio Series to come out, why don't I go back and start back collecting the older lines, like classics and Universe and all that. So that's what I'm currently doing. And I thought I'd just be fancy and get some of the Henkei figures, because why not? So here we have Henkei Cyclonus, which is pretty much the Japanese version of Universe Cyclonus. So starting off, let's look at the box, because I actually do have the box. And we can see that the Henkei boxes are pretty cool looking. So we can see right here, picture of Cyclonus. Got his gun right there, which that actually is his target master partner. And of course, I'm just being Takara figure. It's all in Japanese, so I can't read any of it. DO7, so 7th Decepticon, I guess. Transformers. Destron, because of course that's the Japanese name for the Decepticons. Got the line name, Takara Toby. Transformers. The back is pretty cool because we got a picture of Cyclonus going from jet to robot mode, and you don't see that nowadays. Like, we do get product shots, but we don't get like a little in-between picture of the thing transforming. You're like, that's cool. I like that. We got some, I guess, things that the toy can do, like chrome wings, I'm guessing. Light piping. Nightstick. And we get the other toys, so we've got Prime, Sunstreaker, Prowl, Sideswipe, Megatron, Astro Train, Blue Streak, Ironhide, Sheetor, who's an Autobots with a Maximal for some reason, Hound, Octane, or sorry, Tankor, because this is the Universe version, and Galvatron. So yeah. And we do get some staff, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I might keep this box. I know I normally throw boxes away nowadays, but I might actually keep the Henkei boxes, because this looks really cool. So, just before we move on to the actual figure, we do have some other stuff. Namely, a little card, because Takara loves including cards with their Transformers. I mean, they're even doing... Like, they're doing it with Missing Link as well right now, so they just always include cards with Transformers. So you can see Cyclonus here. Back, we got, I guess, maybe a bio on him. I don't know, I don't read Japanese. But we get some stats and they'll combine. So he's like 56 and like everything, I guess. There you go, add that to your Pokemon card collection. But also, we get this little booklet, I guess. And this art is really nice. And you can see it's definitely Japanese because it's like back to the front for me. Because I'm used to books being like this. But yeah, we can see it's a little like story here. A little like picture of everyone fighting. We do have a whole story, which I can't comprehend because, again, it's all in Japanese. Yeah, we just got Cyclonus there, got Galvatron, got Hot Rod right there. Yeah, it's just a little, like, quick story, nothing too major. And then we got a little advertisement of the toy you just bought and some others. Again, why is Cheetor an Autobot? He's a Maximal. But again, we got pretty much all the toys currently out as of this figure's release. But we do have some ones hidden here. So I'm guessing that's Dinobot, Hotshot, maybe Ratchet and Inferno, I'm guessing. So yeah. And now, enough waffling on, here's the actual figure. And, well, of course, this is the Takara version of Universe Cyclonus. Because Henkei is pretty much the Japanese version of both Classics and Universe. And honestly, I think this looks pretty nice. Like, it's got the cartoon accurate, like, light purple here. The Universe version is a much darker, toy accurate purple. Of course, we got the wings here, and it's nice, like, I guess, chrome purple. Because that was a huge selling point with Henkei. Like, there was some chrome bits to them. In fact, we can see that with Nightstick, which I'll look at later. Of course, the nose cone, we can see the tip, which, if you're trying to, like, hit them with some, if you're trying to hit someone with it, it just collapses, which is, well, it's a nice, like, way to make sure no one gets hurt. Tip here kind of looks like it's blast effect compatible, but I doubt it is, of course. This is before blast effects. Of course, with the cockpit right there, which looks nice. Back kind of looks broken up, but that's just because that's the legs. And the underneath, we can pretty much just see his head right there. Of course, it's turned around. So, yeah. Now, one complaint I do have is the arms are kind of easy to untab, as you can see here. It's not like the Kingdom version where those are locked in tightly. Here, you can just, and yeah, they untab rather easily. It's like with the legs, like, they do stay, but it's kind of weird looking for me. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the Kingdom version. Another complaint I have is the actual, like, nose cone tip. Like, of course, this is for transformation, but it's kind of loose. You can kind of see sometimes it just goes down by itself. That's kind of annoying. But other than that, I love how this jet mode looks. Although, we do have a case of what I'm going to call Sunstreaker syndrome, you know, where, look, the plastic here, and I'm guessing this is like painted, so colors don't really match up. It's more noticeable on camera, but even in person, it's kind of noticeable, and even out the, like, first out the box, I noticed that. So, yeah. This is probably because I think, like, the first prototypes of the Universe figure, this was just gray, and I changed that, so maybe that's why. Maybe the Universe version has that. I don't know. But, yeah, that is kind of an issue I have. It's kind of annoying, although it's more noticeable on camera. But, anyway, let's move on to Nightstick. So yeah, he comes with his Target Master, and I want to say this might be the first time he came with his Target Master in, like, Japan, because of course, like, with the Headmaster series, like Hot Rod and Cyclonus and Scourge, they didn't have the Target Master partners. It was just the actual new characters. So yeah, they just decided to give us Nightstick, even though this is a Hasbro inclusion. That's pretty cool. And one really cool thing is you can see the chrome right there, which, honestly, I would advise being careful. This could, like, easily track fingerprints and chip easily, so just be careful. But what we can do is we've got this port on top here. That just goes on top right there. And there we go. And that does look pretty cool. So, yeah. Okay, the back is kind of... I just noticed the back is kind of an eyesore, but let's just ignore that. Now, rather quickly, if I move Nightstick, because let's put him with the Kingdom figure, because a lot of people have meant Kingdom Cyclonus is one of the best Transformers that we've got in this decade. And honestly, I'm inclined to agree, because Kingdom Cyclonus is just amazing looking. I mean, just look at this. Like, yeah, the Henkei version does look really cool. I especially love the wings, but this guy just blows this guy out the water, in my opinion. Although, you can still use this as the Armada, so there is that. But honestly, any issues that this guy had, such as the messy back, that sort of his thrusters, these bits just constantly coming off. This is fixed because this is a much tighter connection. Or even the nose cone tip is constantly being pushed in. That's also sorted. So yeah, Kingdom Cyclonus pretty much fixes all the issues that this guy has at the cost of yellowing. So, still, I think that these guys look pretty good together. Like, as I said, this is gonna be the Armada. So yeah, let's clear my throat there. And just why not? Let's say it's still 2009 or something. So, how does he look next to Universe Cyclonus? And oh, that is a huge color discrepancy there. Like, the Universe version is a much darker purple. The picture has it almost bordering on black, to be honest. I know some people will prefer that, but for me, I think I prefer the Henkei version. No, like, I think it's just because I kind of prefer the lighter purple. But, yeah, it just looks much nicer to me. But, honestly, I'm fairly certain that the Universe figure was going for a toy-inspired colors, because it had, like, the grey wings that the toy had, for example. So, yeah. And in fact, we did get the toy color Cyclonus from the Kingdom figure, because we have the Select Cyclonus. So, yeah. But anyway, that's enough faffing about. Let's actually transform this guy. Now, for Nightstick, I'm going to transform him later, because of course we still have the Target Master stuff to talk about with him. But for this guy, well, there are some things I like, but there are some things I think are kind of weird. Namely how the legs transform. Like, I kind of prefer the Kingdom. I definitely prefer the Kingdom transformation, is what I'm trying to say, but this transformation is still really cool in my opinion. Like, if I bring in the Kingdom version, like, we can see how that one transforms with the nose cone, because that literally folds up, like, what, 2 or 3 times? Because first of all, the little pointer bit folds in, then we open all this up. If I can actually do that on camera here, there we go. So we can fold this in, and then that all spins around. And that's how the torso forms on the Kingdom version. Which, yeah, that's quite clever. Well, on this guy, something similar does kind of happen. Like, that does fold up, although it's nowhere near as clever, which, to be fair, this was way before the Kingdom figure, so I can sort of understand that. So, just going to start by trying and tilt my camera up. There we go. So, I'm just going to fold up the landing gear here. So, I'm just going to push in this little nose cone bit here. Then, open all this up. Like some huge jaw. Then fold this in. Like so, and that just closes back up. And that's pretty much the nose cone all folded up. Not as clever as the Kingdom version, but I still kind of like it. And that's the head. So we'll just turn the head around. And there you go. That's pretty much the nose cone transformed. Next up for the arms, we're just going to unpeg them, which is really easy to do. Just unpeg the arms. On these black armatures, we just raise up the shoulders. And they just tab in. Like so. Next up, the legs, which I think are kind of awkward, so transform the feet and the heels. And what the legs pretty much do is they come down on either side and they collapse into each other, which you can see here. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. But they do combine pretty well. Trying to get them back into jet mode is kind of iffy. And believe it or not, we're nearly there already. So we're just going to take the arms, boot them down. And take the wing here. Extend out the arm. Just like the Kingdom figure, transform the wing in the exact same way. There we go. Rotate the forearm. So just unpeg the forearm from the wing, extend out the forearm, rotate the forearm, then the wing folds to the back of the shoulder. It doesn't have that same folding trick that the Kingdom version does, though. And just take the hands, fold them out. Come on, there we go. And there we go. So, here we have Cyclonus in robot mode. And yeah, the transformation is pretty simple. Like, the twists and turns of the Kingdom version, not really here in this version. Like, we don't have that unique, like, cockpit swivel that the Kingdom version has. If anything, the only thing similar that this guy does are the way that the nose cone folds in and how the wings transform. Those are the only things that remind me of the Kingdom version. The rest, like, they're unique to this guy. And the resulting figure, honestly, I quite like how this looks in robot mode. Like, yeah, we do have the cartoon colors here, but it's kind of accentuated by the shiny wings and, of course, the light piping. That was a feature on the box, if you remember. And, of course, the way that the whole cockpit just folds in, we don't have that hanging out the back, which looks really good. And of course the head, which, again, looks really nice. Plus I can show off the light piping here. Like, this is prime light piping time, so you can see right there. So yeah. Now, of course, I can give him Nightstick. Either I can just have him hold him normally, you know, like how he holds him, like, in the show during the rebirth, for example. But, come on, that's boring. Like, why would you have him hold him normally? Because, well, if I just fold up his hand, we have this little port here, this little port here, and I can get this plugged in. You can directly plug Nightstick onto his wrist. And this is meant to reference how the target masters attach onto their partners in the Headmaster's show. Like, dude. I think this is the only Target Master toy that actually does this officially. And plus, it's Cyclonus, who wasn't even a target master in that show. But still, the reference is really cool, and I freaking love it. Like, this is how I have him displayed in the like anime target master mode. Like, come on, that's amazing. It kind of makes me wish that like Legacy Point Blank and the upcoming Each of the Prime Sure Shot could do this, but oh well. But yeah, this is really cool. And you know what? We should go ahead and talk about Nightstick. Because this, like, he is the only like accessory that we get. So yeah, pretty much a gun. Oh, and translucent, like, it's not translucent, chrome. Look, it's black and chrome. And the way that he transforms, we pretty much take the arms here and straighten these out. Take the top arrows here and just move them down. These little bits here. Try and move them down. These form his feet. And finally, the main barrel, just move it to his back. And here we have Nightstick. So if you don't want Cyclonus having a little gun, then you can have him with his little partner guy. So that's pretty cool. And he's got freaking like chrome legs. And yeah, he does look pretty cool with Cyclonus. Honestly, it's kind of a shame that like Generation Scourge didn't have Fracas. I'm pretty sure that like, I mean, come on, like, imagine if Classic's Hot Rock came with fire bolts. So yeah, there was one time they gave him the Target Master partner. Now, how does he look with the Kingdom figure? I mean, see that the Kingdom figure is actually a bit bigger, because I think these are both meant to be Voyager class. I think I think this is a deluxe. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I'm misremembering. I think the Universe version is actually a deluxe. Sorry, I'm misremembering. So yeah, this is a deluxe. This is a Voyager. And to his credit, this is pretty like tall for a Voyager. Like a modern day like Kingdom Voyager at least. So yeah, all the more reason to have this as the Armada. And you can see that they both have light piping. So yeah. And because this is the Henkei version, they've got similar like color styles. Although, yeah, my Kingdom Cyclonus is yellowing quite a bit. But anyway, putting him with the actual Universe figure. Ooh, again, quite the color discrepancy there. Because of course, as I mentioned earlier, the Universe figure is meant to be like toy inspired with the colors. But honestly, I just prefer how this guy looks. I don't know. But again, like, you might prefer the Universe color scheme, more power to you, but I just prefer this guy's color scheme. And how does Universe Nightstick look next to the Henkei version? Well, for one, there's no chrome on him, so his life's just black, but But also, Universe Nightstick's face is yellow, which, okay. So there's that. But finally, let's talk about the articulation. And of course, like, this is like pre-siege, so like there's no like set articulation standards yet during this time period. So like the head can move, although that's pretty much it. It's not up and down. Arms can move. Can kind of T-pose, but that's about it. He does have a bicep swivel. About 90 degrees there at the elbows. Wrists, there's nothing. In fact, there's only one port here, so he can only like hold weapons. He can only hold weapons with his right hand. Waist, there's nothing. He can kick forward, kick back. Knees is about that far. Kind of do the splits because there's ball joints there. And these are pretty good ball joints. They're not loose. So yeah, it's pretty good. And the feet can also close up if you want. And for Nightstick, head, nothing. Arms can go forward. They can go back. Of course, they just move around. He has got elbows. And he can kick forward. And the feet can move slightly. So, yeah, there you go. Now, honestly, I do really like this. Like, there are some things I'm not a fan of, so complaints are mainly in the jet mode, to be honest. Like, for example, like during the transformation, like, you have to push into nose cone, like, tip, and it's kind of loose and moves about. Or just the entire nose cone just being a different, like, shade of purple, kind of like, it's the Sunstreaker effect, as I said, you know. Or the legs just not looking that great in vehicle mode. It's all stuff that the Kingdom figure remedied, at least. But still, does this figure hold up? Honestly, I think it does. In 2025, moving to 2026, I think that this figure still holds up. I mean, you can literally have it as Cyclonus' Armada. So, that's a good reason to get it. But if you want to have like a classic, like, pre-Prime Wars shelf, I think this is still a good purchase. Whether it's the Universe version, the Henkei version. I'm trying to think what other repaints this guy had. Freaking Shattered Glass version, which I do kind of want to get that guy. I don't know why. I think it's the Hot Rod colors that he's got. But yeah, I recommend this guy? Like, I recommend this figure even today? Honestly, yes. Because, I mean, yeah, flaws do kind of show, but I think it kind of still holds up, and yeah, it can be the Kingdom Figures Armada, so there you go. So, yeah. So, this has been my review on Henkei, Cyclonus, and Nightstick, and this is a Transformers fan, signing off.